Alright, forget the pregame shows with their on the one hand, on the other hand analysis. The real reason the Knicks are built to take down the Cavaliers in a 7-game series goes way deeper than a little rest or who has home court advantage. We're talking about a fundamental mismatch, a defensive game plan that's designed to attack Cleveland's superstar backcourt, and this is not just another preview, this is the blueprint for a Knicks series win. If you want to know why the Knicks have the psychological edge, just rewind to the 2023 playoffs. Yes, that was 3 years ago, and yes, the rosters have changed on both sides, but the 4-1 series win where New York physically dominated Cleveland was not just a win, it was a proof of concept. The image that's burned into every Cavs fan's memory is Mitchell Robinson absolutely terrorizing them on the offensive glass. That physicality set a tone that Cleveland at the time just could not handle. That series established a blueprint, turned the game into a half-court street fight. While the Cavs have added since then a phenomenal playmaker in James Harden, the core of that blueprint remains the Knicks' best path forward. They proved that you can disrupt Cleveland's offensive rhythm with relentless pressure, and that strategy from 2023, the Knicks have not forgotten it. In 2026, they've just upgraded the tools to perfect it. This whole series comes down to one thing, the Knicks' perimeter defense versus Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Bringing in OG Anunoby has turned the Knicks into a defensive monster. His entire purpose on the court is to lock down the other team's best player, and he will get the primary assignment on Donovan Mitchell at a certain point in the series. But of course, it is not a one-man show. Behind Anunoby, the Knicks can throw waves of tough physical defenders at both Mitchell and Harden. You have Josh Hart, whose relentless hustle is designed to wear down elite scorers. Then you bring in Deuce McBride off the bench, who's a total pest. He'll pick up whichever guard has the ball the second they cross half court and make them work for every single dribble. The plan is not just to stop them, the plan is to make them work so hard for every point that they become inefficient and turning them from an engine into a liability by forcing them into tough shots all night long. So what happens when the two heads of the snake are getting squeezed? The rest of the body is exposed, and this is where Cleveland could run into serious trouble. The big question for the Cavs is this: how do two ball-dominant guards, Mitchell and Harden, coexist against a defense that excels at disruption? Harden's general playoff history includes high turnover games, which he's had in this year's playoffs as well, a vulnerability that the Knicks defense is built to exploit for easy transition points. If the Knicks defense makes life difficult for the star backcourt, the pressure then shifts to other guys. Like for example, can Max Strus, a shooter, become a primary creator? Not likely. And then there's the front court. Jarrett Allen is a monster on the glass and at the rim, but he is not creating his own shot. Evan Mobley is developing his offensive game, but he's not yet a consistent floor spacer who can punish a defense for packing the paint. This lets the Knicks defense shrink the court, clog the lane, and dare anyone not named Mitchell or Harden to consistently create offense. In the playoffs, where every single weakness gets put under a microscope, an offense overly reliant on two players can be a death sentence. So you might ask, what is Cleveland's counterpunch to the Knicks defense? It's their own elite defense anchored by Mobley and Allen, but that defense has to deal with one of the toughest puzzles in the entire league, Jalen Brunson. And of course, not to mention Karl Anthony Towns, because he is playing his best basketball probably in his entire career right now, especially with him fully utilizing his playmaking abilities as he has in these past few rounds. But the Cavs love to use a drop coverage scheme with their bigs, letting them protect the rim. That works against a lot of guards, but against Jalen Brunson, it's basically an invitation to get cooked. Brunson is a master at destroying drop coverage. He uses his incredible footwork ability and one of the league's best mid-range games to punish big men who give him that space. If the Cavs try to adjust and trap him, he's more than willing and able to find the open man, and it's a pick-your-poison situation for Cleveland. Let him go one-on-one and he will score. Send a double and he will pick you apart with passes. He's a tactical nightmare for the exact way they want to play defense. So when you lay it all out, the path to a Knicks victory is crystal clear. You have the mental edge from the 2023 playoff win with most of these guys that played in that series. You have a defensive arsenal specifically designed to frustrate and exhaust Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, headlined by one of the best defenders in the league in OG Anunoby. You are facing an offense that can be pressured into predictable situations, and most critically, your own superstar Jalen Brunson is the perfect weapon to dismantle the Cavaliers' defensive foundation. So this is not about blind faith or disrespecting a great opponent, it's about matchups, and from top to bottom, the Knicks are simply built to beat this Cavaliers team. So what do you think is the key to this series? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and if you want more Knicks breakdowns, make sure you subscribe. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.